social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, we got Brad Bitler with us, Brad Francis, Ninos. We got Zawacky, Jay, and Jovan will be signing in a little later. Got notification from Jovan, hoping Jay gets signed in here quick. This is how they'll line up for this evening. Ninos, Briggs, Francis, Burts, Bitler, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, no day games. We have 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. We also have 3 from college football. We have coverage free here from college football, as well as two picks from those games in baseball. So let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring in Al right now. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good. How are you, Tom?
Doing great. All right, here we go. 7 Eastern Time. We have an interesting series here as these teams trying to solidify some wild card round spots here as the Rays host the Blue Jays. We got the Rays here at -145, total 7.5.
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty fair price here on the home team, considering the expected starting pitchers we had last night. I thought it was going to be Jeffrey Springs going up against Alek Manoah, but he got pushed back till tomorrow, which I am quite pleasantly surprised. I mean, I'm quite pleased with that decision, because I'll be attending that game tomorrow and makes for a much more interesting pitching matchup for me to watch tomorrow. Which should be a good one, by the way. But yeah, today it's definitely got to be a big edge for the Rays on the mound here, at least to start this ball game. And obviously, the Blue Jays don't have the best bullpen in the league either. So I really like the Rays to take advantage of the spot tonight. As I said, I think it's a really fair price for them, given this matchup here. Springs having a great season. Mitch White. Just 1-6 on the Blue Jays. That's a ridiculous record to have with a team like this, and I just think it's another tough spot for him here against the lineup that's been pretty good this season, and I think they get to him early and often here, and then they finish off against the bullpen, and I think, as I said again, very fair price here for the Rays at home.
All right, El Ninos here will be on the Rays here, -145 here against the Blue Jays. Yeah, I know Springs has pitched well in his 30 appearances this year, keeps the whip low. And, of course, Mitch White, he was with the Dodgers, just about a 5-inning pitcher. Of course, Toronto needs somebody there in their starting rotation. They've had some injuries there. We saw Ryu out here for the season, trying to get some pitching help. But Mitch White was never someone I looked upon as someone who went deep in games. Well, Dodgers do with their young pitchers. They go 3-4 innings. We saw that a lot, even going back to with Stripling, with Urias, with Gonzalez. They don't go deep. And, of course, you're asking now you take him from Dodgers to the Toronto Blue Jays to ask a little bit more of him, and he's just kind of falling flat here.
Yeah, and as we know, I mean, the Dodgers obviously definitely probably have the better options out the bullpen, to back these young pitchers up. But, as you said, the Blue Jays here trying to stretch him out a little bit, and it's usually when these starters get hit, so when they go face that lineup the third time around or so, the batters get more on their timing, and they get their timing and the location. They see what's working for that pitcher and what's not been working for him that day, and obviously they get a better read obviously on the umpire as well. So all that adds up to a much easier at bat the third time around. And when trying to stretch a pitcher that's already struggling out, it's only going to get uglier.
All right, Al Ninos here, Rays -145 against the Blue Jays. This one will have a start time at 7 Eastern Time. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. Well, we have a 15-game card here for Major League Baseball. We got some games beginning here, bottom of the hour. 3 from college football, heading into a football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, pretty loaded card for me. Playing each of the football games today, and a loaded MLB card as well. So definitely a great time to hop on the long-term passes with the weekend coming up. Should have quite a few plays next couple of days as well. So I'll grab one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper specials. And if you're just into the daily packages, I got a 3-pack in college football, 3-pack in the MLB. And again, my best bet sold separately as well if you're just looking for one bet. So go out there and get whatever you're looking for, and make it a good day.
That's right, guys. Again, both El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got action up there right now with a 3-pack, his 3 best college football bets of the day. Get on board with it. Credit guarantee, which means that they must turn a profit or the amount you purchased is credited back into your account for store credit. That's what credit guarantee means right now with Al's 3-pack here right now going on. Also, 3-pack here from Major League Baseball as well. Same terms here with credit guarantee. A lot of these plays are sold individually as well, so you can buy them separately. Or, of course, Al does have a 3-pack building up his best bets here from baseball and college football in one pass. So a lot of options here. Now, instead of just buying all these plays individually, you may consider here, as we are here on a Friday, that 3-day all sports pass is a really good value. You get all of El Ninos' premium picks here for 3 days, all his baseball, of course, all his college football. We got college football here Friday and Saturday. The NFL coming in on Sunday. Of course, don't forget those huge cards from baseball. That 3-day pass, a really good value right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. You could use the promo code WIN15 at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you next week, but I know you also contribute to the weekend shows.
Yeah, that's right. I got a couple commitments in the morning, but should be back on Sunday. But make sure you tune in both Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. For some great football picks.
10 a.m.
And
Eastern
maybe
time.
A quick look over the baseball cards as well if we have time.
Have time, that's right. So guys, so check it out. The morning show, football heavy here on Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show with Mitch, Chris, and Ron. Of course, a lot of the drive-through cappers join them with the picks that we see sometimes 9, even 10 cappers on there, almost a full screen there on the show. All right, Al, have a good one. We'll talk with you again next week.
You too, Tony. Thanks, man. See you.
All right, let's continue on here with the drive-through. We expected Jay Briggs, but still has not signed in, so we'll continue on and go bring in Brad Francis. We'll find over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also contributes with the UFC show they run here on Saturdays with Mills. Brad, what's happening?
What is up, Tony? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. All right, here we go. At 8 Eastern time, we have some Mountain West football. Air Force here hosting Nevada. We have Air Force minus 24, total 46.5.
Yeah, I'm looking at this over here. It's definitely a lean, but I think we could get some good value here with, this number opened up at 48.5, now at 46.5. I even seen it at some places at 45.5. So I think that's a good number to grab the over at. And I think this number is so low because, Nevada, they scored 0 points last week. Air Force only scored 14 points. So I think there's a little bit of recency bias going on. But if you look at the first 2 weeks, both these teams played, they kind of blew it out the water. Air Force dropped 48 points in week 1. In week 2, they dropped 41. Nevada week 1 dropped 38. In week 2, they dropped 41. So, look, we know these teams could put up points. Even though last week, these offenses didn't look too hot, we know the potential that these offenses have. Air Force, they do strictly run the ball, but it's at a good pace. They move the chains. They just go downfield. The clock is going to be running, so kind of it's not great for the over, but like I said, they move it at a good pace. And, the public is all over the under. So, I think it's a good spot to fade the public. Take the over. It's definitely a good number to get it at.
All right, we got Brad here on Nevada Air Force over 46.5. Yeah, I'm with you there. Air Force back home. We had the low point total that was on the road at Miami, so they're back home on that field turf. I'm with you there, where they play fast, and we can see some big plays, especially against a Nevada team that's pretty much rebuilding. Remember, their coach left for Colorado State. A lot of his players went with him, and we saw some poor results here from Nevada. Giving up 55 points to Incarnate Word and 625 yards. And Air Force has experience. Zach Daniels there at quarterback. He's a playmaker there, can make the big plays. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if Air Force gets that total almost themselves in this one.
That's what I'm saying. Even though Air Force isn't going to pass the ball, there's still so much big play potential with their running game. So I see, maybe a 40-yard touchdown run, certain runs like that throughout the game where they just get big chunks. So, I totally agree with you there. It's also a beautiful night in Colorado. I live out here in Colorado, and the weather's calling for some scoring. I can just feel it.
All right, and of course, remember, this is back-to-back road games for Nevada. Remember, it's a short week. They had a physical battle against Iowa, right? They faced that big Iowa team. That defense could be a little soft here. It could be a spot here for Air Force to run it up. Nevada Air Force over total of 46.5. This one to have a start time of 8 p.m. Eastern time. This one on CBS Sports Network. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. We're showing great results here from the NFL. Of course, last year, really good results from the NFL. Number 2 unit producer over at Pick Dogs Premium, fully documented there on the site. Tonight, off to a great start here in 2022. All right, tonight we've got 3 college football games, 15 game card for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, to keep it fully transparent, baseball's been killing me, so I'm just sticking with the college football. For tonight, I got one college football game that I absolutely love, so check that out. It's only $15 on the site. And then I got 7 plays for tomorrow. It's college football slate, and I already got my 3 NFL plays that I love. May add some more. So if you're looking for a 3-day pass, I think it's a great time to do that. I'll have a bunch of plays Saturday and Sunday.
That's right, guys. Again, we're with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. Some great results here in the NFL tonight. Friday Night Lights action from college of football. It's this $15 premium play. Of course, that is credit guarantee. You must turn a profit or the amount you purchased is credited back into your accounts for side credits. That's what credit guarantee means. You get those on the individual plays and the one-day passes, not on long-term passes because they're sold already at a discount. So we got that Friday night $15 premium up there from Brad right now. And of course, as Brad was mentioning, that 3-day all sports pass is a good way to go. Get all of Brad's plays here for 3 days. All his college football, all his NFL. If UFC is in action, there'll be UFC picks in there as well, MMA. So good time to get on board with Brad with that 3-day all sports pass. And of course, you could use the promo code WIN15 at checkout, and that will save you 15% off there. So go ahead and make that purchase there over at Pick Dogs, and you'll be able to save the money there with the 15% off with the WIN15 code. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. Just wanted to check and see if there is a UFC card here this weekend. If so, you guys will be on, right, or not?
Yeah, no UFC card this weekend, but we'll be back on the following weekend.
All right, following weekend. So make sure following weekend when there's UFC cards on Saturday right after the morning show, Brad and Mills with their UFC picks. So you guys definitely want to make sure you tune in for those. All right, Brad, have a great weekend. We'll talk with you again next week.
All right, thank you, Tony. Have a good weekend.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue our coverage. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. I just saw Jay sign in right now. And let's see if we can we'll go to Jay. You ready, Jay? We'll go to you with a thumbs up. Let's see. I can't see his picture. That's probably why. All right. I think he's still trying to get settled in there. I see some movement. So we'll move over to Brian Bitler. Then we'll go to Jay. So let's go to Brian here. You'll find Brian over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does great work up there. Bring in Brian right now. Brian, what's happening?
You're lucky I'm sitting here ready to go. I could have been out disposed, but I'm enjoying the show so far. Listen now, Ninos, and ready to give my 2 cents on some games.
That's right. Let's get Brian's 2 cents on some games tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. People are always trying to say these Orioles are out of it, man. We should know better in baseball, right? Teams choke all the time. They fall down to the pack.
Exactly.
And, we should never put ourselves in a situation where we say teams are out, especially in this final 2 weeks of the season. And lo and behold, Orioles are in a wild card race, believe it or not here. 7 Eastern time, Orioles here to host the Astros. Astros minus 140, total 7.5.
Yeah, plus I'm a Phillies fan, so I've seen plenty of choking in my 45 years or 46 years on this earth. But as far as tonight goes, one of my go-to teams this season has been the Baltimore Orioles. And I think they've been, lately they've been a public team, but playing the Houston Astros kind of puts it back into betting territory for me tonight. Another game that the Orioles are pretty big dogs at home. And for me, it's a run line Orioles tonight. It's really presenting a ton of value. Orioles 46-28 on the run line this season at home, and a very profitable 91-57 overall on the run line. Dean Kramer goes for the Baltimore Orioles. In my opinion, the best starting pitcher the Orioles have to offer. 7-5, 3.33 ERA, and a WHIP of 1.27, going against Jose Urquidy for the Astros, who is very hittable in my opinion. Orioles won last night's game. Tonight's game, I see it as a one-run game. I wouldn't be afraid to sprinkle a little bit on the money line, but I'm going to take Baltimore Orioles here, plus 1.5. Get that run line for safety.
All right, we got Brian here on the Orioles run line, plus 1.5 here, minus 140 here against the Houston Astros. And the Orioles have played them tough. They played teams tough. The top line pitchers, they play tough. It's those situations when they play the teams like the Tigers where they've stubbed their toe. And Kramer has put up some really good numbers this year here for Baltimore, and he has been an under pitcher too. Actually, we've had 200 pitches here, especially Kramer, where he's been under at night, which tells you that he's in games. Look at this ERA; it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely. If he can get the Orioles, if he can get a lead with to the bullpen in the 7th inning, if he can go 6 strong tonight, I think Baltimore can take it. Houston pretty much they're not. They haven't rolled over for anybody, even though they really don't have much to play for. But Baltimore, they got to win, and they got to close out, get some W's here if they want to catch up to some of the teams that are struggling to make the wild card here in the American League.
That's right. Of course, there is a little bit, some of these teams that if you have the #1 overall seed, you will host the World Series. So, it's not fixed locations like it used to be in the past where they would rotate who had home field. So the team with the best record at the American League and National League at the end of the regular season will have home field advantage in the World Series. And of course, if the #1 seeds get whittled away, well, we'll see who's match and match, and whoever's the best record will have home field there. The schedules are already out for the postseason, so you go out and check them out there. Not a lot of days off, so we're going to see a lot of four starters in these playoffs. So it should be pretty interesting. I think there's only one day off in some of these best of sevens, best of fives. I think there's a situation where Brian, where in this game 6 and 7 where the teams are traveling, there's no off day, so they're going to play game 7 right on a travel day. Yeah, when you go back and look at the schedules, because remember the season started late. And the last game, I think, would go like November 6th if there's a Game 7 of the World Series.
Yeah, I can't wait for playoff baseball. That's we've gone through about a month and a half of it's hard to bet baseball in the month of August into September. But now, once we get to the playoffs, definitely I love baseball at that time of the year.
Yeah, they've been really cramming a lot of games. I understand why they're cramming a lot of games in September, because they have the call-ups here, so it's a little easier here on these bullpens to do that. It makes more sense, really, to schedule. It's tough for the veteran guys, and it's tough for the handicappers, but it does make logical sense to play these make-up doubleheaders and cram the schedule here in September. We got Orioles, except when you have a pennant race, it makes it more interesting with those prospects in there. Orioles run line plus 1.5 runs, minus 140 against the Astros. This one to have a start time 7 Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring. We're off to a great start in the NFL. 880 units of profit. That is all documented. If you go over to Pick Dogs, you can verify those numbers. Brian showing profit here the last 7 days. Also showing profit yesterday over at Pick Dogs. All right, we're heading into a football weekend tonight. There's 3 games on the board here from college football. 15 from Major League Baseball. First pitch in about 10 minutes with Cub and Pirates. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs?
Well, I'm looking to keep the winning going today. Heading in the weekend, I got my Get Out the Broom 3-pack. That includes my titanium play that you can pick up at Pick Dogs. That's my best bet for just $15. But also that Get Out the Broom 3-pack includes my AL East total of the year and my blank check play, no limit. So definitely 3 strong plays on a Friday, which worries me because it's Friday. But I love these plays tonight, so make sure you head on over to Pick Dogs and pick them up.
That's right, guys. I got board with the Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs. Great results here in the NFL to start the season, showing great profit over the last 7 days. Titanium wager is $15 premium pick. It's up on the board right now. Of course, these individual plays are credit guarantee must win, or the amount you purchase credit back into your account. That's what credit guarantee means. But these packages must turn a profit, whether it's a individual play, a 3-pack, a 5-pack. They must turn a profit, or the amount is credited back into your account. So action up there here from Brian as he has a play up there right now. He's got individual plays for sale over at Pick Dogs. Also a 3-pack up there. Get Out the Broom Friday 3-pack as he was talking about. But here we are on a Friday. And of course on a Friday, the 3-day All Sports Pass is a great value right now, because with that you'll get all of Brian's plays from Major League Baseball. We know we always have these big cards on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's at least 15 game cards here. Sometimes more if there's doubleheaders in there. Also, you'll get all of Brian's college football, the college football for tonight, as well as for the big card on Saturday. And sometimes they spread them out the morning, afternoon, and night here. So you'll see those picks up there from Brian. Also includes the NFL for a Sunday. So that 3-day pass, a really good value right now. Use the promo code WIN15 at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Keep up that great work, and we'll catch up with you again on Monday. Anything else you're going to promote out there?
No, I'll just say that you were right. The 3-day pass is the way to go. I mean, me personally, 3 plays a night, 5 on Saturday, 5 on Sunday. That's 13 plays, plus maybe Monday up early. So who knows? Definitely the best value. Check out those 3-day passes from the best handicappers on the leaderboard. Go to Pick Dogs, check it out.
That's right, the boys. Of course, Brian gets that Monday night game in there on Sunday night. That'll also be included. So check it out, that 3-day pass. All right, Brian, have a great weekend. We'll talk with you again on Monday.
Have a winning weekend, Tony. I'll catch you on Monday.
You got it, Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. We got a game starting in about 8 minutes, and it's Jay's pick. So let's go to Jay Briggs. I think I've seen him now logged in. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, I'll bring him in right now. Let's bring Jay in. Jay, what's happening? We got you on mute there, Jay. You're on the mute. This might be some issue there with the sound. Let's see. Maybe you could sign off, sign back in again. Sometimes that corrects the problem. I'd like to go to the next capper, but your game is starting in about 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get him on there. So, tell you what. Let's see here. Oh, he's going to sign off and sign back in again. Okay, so he will do that. Let's see. We got you back. Still no sound there from Jay here. Still wait. Nope. Not getting anything from you here. Maybe sign out, sign in, take the microphone settings, but he's going to sign back up. We'll give him another shot here to get in. All right, we got you now. Here we go.
It's my bad, man. My bad, man.
All right, we got here starting this game about 7 minutes here. Pirates here to host the Cubs. Pirates minus 125, total of 8.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Cubs here in this game, man. I just think that the wrong team is favored. Cubs winner of the last three straight. Pirates, what have they lost? Five in a row, maybe more than that. Wrong team's favorite here. And then the Pirates have Bryce Wilson on the mound. Oh, he's terrible. 3-9 on the season, 6.07 ERA. In his last 5 games, man, he's been lit up.
Oh, we just lost your sound again there, Jake. Yeah, I can hear you very low. Let's see. You there? I can hear you, but your volume level went really low right now.
Anyways.
Oh, here we go. You're cutting in and out. It looks like you got some wiring issue there because your sound quality. Your sound is cutting in and out. Look, it's very low volume, very low, like whisper sound. All right, so. All right, we got Jay here on the Cubs here at plus 105. Pretty much the wrong team favorite here. And this one will have a start time. It starts in about 5 minutes here at 6:35 Eastern time. It's situation here. Just go against Bryce Wilson, right? Pretty much there. We're still hearing your voice, but it's very low. Sounds like my wiring issue. But anyway, this one will have a start time here of 6:35 Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. We do have a 15-game card here for Major League Baseball as well as college football. 3 games heading into a football weekend. Jay, what do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium? Hopefully that sound get up.
Yes.
That was good. Then we lost. Yep. Okay.
I have a few plays up there tonight. I got a best bet in the college football, best bet in the MLB, and I also a moneyline money maker in the MLB, man. So y'all can check me out at Pick Dogs Premium, or hop on a 3-day pass. Y'all know football tomorrow and Sunday, man. That's the best way to go with some baseball sprinkled in, or pair me up 2-for-1 capper special with some of the great guys on here, man. Hey, everybody, it's that time of season, man. The best time to hop on them long-term packages, the best value. That's what I got going on.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got that Friday night 3-pack up there, Moneymaker. He's got his best bets here from college football, baseball, another baseball moneyline maker up there right now on that 3-pack. Credit guarantee must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credited back into your account as site credits. That's what credit guarantee means. Also, these plays are individually purchased. Is $15 premium play is available right now from baseball. It's baseball best bet, a $20 college football best bet. Again, these are also bundled in a 3-pack, so you can buy them individually or within a 3-pack. But again, a good value right now is that 3-day pass. Here we are on the weekend, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday action will be covered in that 3-day all sports pass. All of Jay's plays here from his premium plays would be all his baseball, college football. We got Friday, Saturday action. Of course, the Sunday NFL as well. It's a good value there. Of course, you could use the promo code WIN15 at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. Of course, you can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, it's always great having you on the show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again next week. But I know you contribute a lot to the Pick Dogs. We can catch you on the halftime shows with Mitch, with those halftime pick shows on the Sundays and Mondays, as well as the morning shows here coming up this weekend at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yes, sir, Tony. I'll be on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday morning show, and then Sunday you can catch me early halftime with Mitch, and then Sunday night football, Monday night football. That's what I got going on, and
All right.
drive through with you during the week.
During the week, that's right, guys. So check out Jay this weekend. He'll be up on the morning shows at 10 a.m. Eastern time, as well as the halftime shows with Mitch. The early games on Sunday, the late game on Sunday night, as well as the Monday night game. All right, Jay, have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again next week.
All right, Tony.
Got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive too. Let's continue our coverage. Remember, Jay's play goes off at 3:35, and he was on the Cubs plus 105. Just to remind you guys, this game will be getting here in about 3 minutes. All right, that's your recap here for the early starts. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Looks like it's ready. Time to go to Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, Jovan is going to bring in some college football for us here in a little bit. He's off to a flying start here in the NFL. So let's bring Jovan in right now. Jovan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. 7 Eastern time. We got Syracuse hosting Virginia here. This one moved up now. Syracuse laying 10, total 54.
Yeah, just the way I like it, too, because I'm on the Cavaliers in this one. Now, I know they look bad. You know, their offense definitely doesn't look like the offense of last year when they was dropping about 35 points a game. But, you know, in this one, it's just a situation where, look, these two teams can't sustain the level of play that they're on. Virginia's on the low end, Syracuse on the high end, but we saw last week there's a little chinks in the armor with Syracuse, and you know, I think that Virginia has to show something at some point in this season. Is Game 4, so you know they have their quarterback from last year, who was putting up numbers, you know, and one tidbit, you know, about this Virginia Cavaliers team, they're actually playing defense this year. So it's kind of a role reversal with them, you know, and I like the way they're playing defense, and I think that you know, they could keep this within the total. I mean, not within the total, within the number. So, you know, that's where I'm at with it. I think 10's too much in this spot.
All right, Virginia here, plus 10 here against Syracuse. Yeah, the coaching change. You know, it was Bronco Mendenhall, a very proud man. Had really good defensive teams in BYU, but it was just crushing to see how his defense has played the last few seasons. Probably drove him. He didn't really say why he left, but I'm pretty sure it was the play of his defense that drove him into retirement. How poor they looked, and really how poor they looked on the road, because there were some horrible performances. Even when they get a lot of points, their performances are horrible. They have a nice quarterback there in Brendan Armstrong, although he's battling some accuracy issues. And then Syracuse's quarterback looked terrible last week, and somehow found a will to get that game-winning touchdown in the closing seconds. So again, it's a big point spread here. It's a big, you know. I think it's, like you said, it's a monumental task here for the Syracuse team to cover this 10, because one, the quarterback looks so bad, and two, they give up a lot of passing yards last week to Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, and you know, it's just one of those things where, like, I just really believe that the Orange, they're not going to be able to sustain the level of play that they've been playing at. You know, they squeaked one by, they probably shouldn't have won, and I think you know, if they come in playing the same way, or especially on the defensive end, you know, and on the offensive end until late, you know, that they're not. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're going to lose outright or anything, but I think it's going to be a tighter ball game than what people think, because a lot of people on the Orange, you know. So I think in this one, the contrarian move is the best move.
All right, Virginia here plus 10. We saw the line kick up from 9.5 to 10 against Syracuse. This one to have a start time top of the hour over on ESPN. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Top unit producer in the NFL, 1,070 units of profit in the NFL. That is all documented. You can verify those numbers. Go to Pick Dogs, go down to Pick History. You can see all the plays. They're documented there for you to check out. All right, tonight we do have now, we just got the Cubs Pirates start, so that's 14 games remaining here on the Major League Baseball card. 3 here from college football, heading into a big football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Time to take fly on these books with my Take Flight Friday college football flex zone. A real nice play I got for y'all going into the weekend. You know, gonna cash, and then we're gonna get to Saturday's action with college football. I'm gonna have no less than 9 plays. That's a guaranteed fact. I might have a couple bonus plays in there as well. You know, then Sunday's definitely a fun day. You know, so I'm gonna have probably 5 plays he could go in the
I call
NFL.
Sunday the sweat day, man.
Right. Because hey, with the NFL, man, these lines are tight. There's really a lot of these games, historically in the NFL is within a couple points of of the line. So these odds makers, they know what they're doing. So with me, my success really relies on picking the right games. I mean, there's the capping, and then there's picking the right plays to put out there or to bet on. So that's gonna make or break your level of success or lack thereof. From season to season. So that's how I look at it. You can always check out the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. A lot of people have been jumping up on that and been getting paid with me. So we've been all getting money. But this is my favorite time of year. This is when I get right. Towards September on through the rest of the year, man. It's my time. So I'm just putting my best foot forward. Match me with other handicappers for the 2-for-1 Capital Emotional. We can't go wrong here at Pick Dog, the Sports Chat place. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed, guys. Got over with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dog, showing great results here for NFL, top of the leaderboards. Also showing great profit for this year, showing a profit in this year. Also, last 30 days, nearly 900 units of profit, 660 units last 7 days. He's on fire, guys. Get on board here with Jovan right now. He does have his Friday college football F-Flex Zone right now up there as featured pick. So get on board there for that individual play. It is credit guarantee, must turn a profit, must win, or the amount is credited back in your account for side credits. That's what credit guarantee means here on these individual plays and these one-day passes. Not on long-term passes because they're already sold at a lower price. And the way Jovan's running, you might as well go ahead and get that 1 month all sports pass. Get all of Jovan's premium plays here for 1 month. That will include all this NFL here for 1 month, all this college football for 1 month. The baseball, we got less than 2 weeks remaining in the regular season. That will get you through the first 3 rounds of the baseball playoffs, leading you right into the World Series, as well, guess what? The NBA is going to start October 18th, so we're getting ready for that. And we're not even preseason. We already have some drama. Who would have thought that? Of course.
Right.
Out your way, man. Out your way. That's gonna be a big blow. I don't know if it'll be a big blow to the Celtics. There was a pretty good foundation there already.
Trust me, it's gonna be a big blow. They say coaching doesn't matter in the NBA. Guess what? It does, and it's gonna show. I'm not saying they're not gonna make the playoffs because they're a talented team, but yeah, they're knocked down a peg by not having a coach. Simple as that.
Yep, that's right.
He's the one who ignited these guys where Brad Stevens couldn't. Let's just put it that way. He took them to the next level. He changed around some things, and he was able to talk to them in a way, challenge these guys. He was a no-nonsense head coach, and it's just it's definitely an unfortunate situation for my team because I'm a green teamer.
Yeah, Jerron is a green team. Remember, I'm looking forward to it. Once regular season goes, we'll have a couple of weeks where we can do some NBA season win totals. So I know Jovan will be ready for those season win totals for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in October when there's when the cards are thinned out with the playoffs. We will have some NBA season win total picks for you here on the drive-through. Of course, we do cover, since we're a Monday through Friday show, we do a lot of coverage in the NBA, even during football season, because a lot of the football games are on the weekend, and we got the NBA card coming up here in October with an October start, and we'll have some season win totals for you and some props as we get into as Major League Baseball ends and we have limited baseball. We will have NBA coverage for you, just so you know. We're going to have plenty of NBA coverage leading up to the start of the season. So guys, get on board with Jovan. You see the numbers. They've been on fire. And of course, the long-term pass is the way to go. As we talked about the 1 month pass to get all of Jovan's premium plays for that 1 month for that low price. Of course, you can save 15% off when you use the promo code WIN15 at checkout. You can access Jovan's page by clicking the link in the description on the All Cappers tab. Find them and get signed up. All right, Jovan, we'll talk with you a little bit later on the recap, but I know you do a lot over at Pick Dogs. We can catch you here on the weekend shows as well as your parlay of the video of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna get up on and take a look at this get a parlay going for tomorrow's action. So there's that. I'm gonna have that parlay most days of the week. that's a daily situation. Then we're dealing with the shows. This show Mondays to Fridays, and the weekend shows, us tomorrow and Sunday. Free picks for the people. That's just how I like it.
That's the way I likes it, guys. Check it out, guys. Set notifications so when Jovan drops his parlay, you're there to get it, and you can bet it and get the best numbers when you set notifications there on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. All right, Jovan, sit tight. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Absolutely, I'll be here.
You got it, Jovan Burts here on the drive through. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. If you missed Jay, that game started already when we gave it to you a couple times here with the Cubs plus 105 against the Pirates. Let's continue on. It's Friday, and it's time for steak. Time for the Steak Friday. Let's bring him in right now. You'll find Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs, also part of the morning crew every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Let's bring in Rod Zawacky in right now. As we're not too far away from the pucks. I wonder if we'll have the hockey show with those videos. Looking forward to that. We're not too far away. All right, Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Enjoying the Friday. Looking at college football action for the weekend. We got a loaded weekend card, and I'm excited. I've found lots of nice spots to make us some money.
Yeah, this week 61 FBS versus FBS games. It's a big card this week. Not too many bye weeks yet. They'll start to thin out a little bit. But we've got a lot of college football this week. Of course, you minus the games from yesterday, so it'll be about 50. It'll be 56 games in total Saturday, FBS versus FBS. So looking forward to that big card. A lot of good stuff, early action too as well. But tonight we're going to look at Major League Baseball here as the Rangers here host the Red Hot Guardians. Have really been good in their division, but now they go out of their division here into Texas. Rangers minus 125, total 7.5.
Yeah, as you said, the Guardians have been on fire coming into this one. Texas has won their last 2 in a row, so not too bad. Definitely not as hot as what the Guardians have been. But you look at this one. John Gray's getting a start for Texas, and he does his best work at home here. 4-1 with a 3.66 ERA at home with a 1.09 WHIP. 4 home starts. The Texas team is 3-1. And then you got Cody Morris going for the Guardians here, and he's had a so-so start. You look 0-2 with a 2.3 ERA with a 1.53 WHIP. But when you dig deep into those numbers, those numbers are over 15 innings, and one number that jumps out at me a little concerning is his number of walks. Over that 15 innings of work, he's given up 9 walks and 3 home runs, just over 15 innings of work. So it looks like he's pitched himself out got saved a few times by those numbers with that low ERA. That's a scary spot here because I think Texas, we know their bats can light it up at any moment. I'm surprised Texas didn't do better this season with the bats they have in that lineup. But you look, Texas at home, they're 4-1 their last 5 at home. As I said, they're 3-1 in Gray's last 4 home starts. And you look at the Indians outside their division, like you said, Indians as the underdog versus the AL West haven't fared so well. 0-4 the last 4 is a dog against the AL West. So I think Texas here, I think they're favored for a reason here in this one. Give me the Rangers.
All right, we got
snag where they just go.
Yeah, we got Rod here on the Rangers here, going to take the late lane, the minus 125 here against the Guardians. Yeah, John Gray's been pretty solid this year. Doesn't give up the home runs, gets the ground balls, walks in check, and of course their wins here against the Angels, and of course the situation here is with Cleveland is they've been locked in some pretty tough battles here. They fought off the White Sox. They kind of sent these teams to the grave. They sent the White Sox pretty much into hospice. They sent the Twins into the hospice, and now the pressure's off. It's a little different feel now when you get the game like against the Rangers.
Right, exactly. You feel comfortable, and you're like, wow, we played well, and then this just looks like a nice letdown spot that Texas snags the win here. I got to go with Texas. Bookmakers know something. Look at that. They got the Texas as a favorite for a reason. I think Cody Morris gets blowed up. Like I said, 9 walks and 3 home runs over those 15 innings of work. I think he's going to get touched today. I like Texas here.
Got Rangers minus 125 against the Guardians. This one to have a start time, 8 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs tonight. Showing great profit here in the NFL for this season. Great results as well from Rod Zawacky. They're also showing profit this year in college football. So he's been hot here on the gridiron, guys. Right now we've got 3 games have begun for Major League Baseball. That leaves us with a 12-game card for Major League Baseball, 3 from college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And yeah, I got 4 premium plays that I absolutely love over Pick Dog's Premium. One you can get is my $15 Bookie Buster MLB play, my top rated play in tonight's MLB action. You can scoop that up, $15. We hit our play yesterday with the Phillies. Or if you just want some college football action, I've got my our Crusher play. It's my top rated play in college tonight, and we're trying to get a 100th win out of the last 190. I'm 99 and 86 over and 5 over the last 190 plays. We're trying to get to 100 as for a nice profit. College football has been good to us over the last season and a half. So jump on board that one. Or if you want, like I said, it's Steak Friday, and you can Friday pack where I've got one other college football play, one other MLB play, and that will get you my 10 star gridiron stiff arm there included in that Steak Friday package. Or really played some college football up already, ready to go for tomorrow's action. Love tomorrow's card as well. I got a bunch more that I'm ready to put in. Gonna have a loaded package. So now's one of those times to grab a 3-day pass. You'll get all my plays today, all my plays on Saturday, all my plays on Sunday, and you'll get Monday Nighter because I'll throw that in there early enough where you'll be able to scoop it up. So grab a 3-day pass, or even grab something longer term. Grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day. As we said, we got NBA coming up. We got hockey not too long. Preseason's coming up this weekend as well. I'll probably tune in and watch a little bit of that. Lots of action coming up this weekend. We also got that 2-for-1 capper deal. And if you look, there's lots of hot cappers that have been hot over at Pick Dog's Premium. So scoop up that 2-for-1 capper deal and pair me up with any one of the other hot handicappers. We got Brian Bitler, Big Al, Little Al, Jovan, James Clark, Shane Mickle, Randy Chambers, Tony Brown, Tony T, Mitch, Chris, Brad, and any one of the other cappers I might have missed. Trying to ramble off names at the top of my head. Tough to do, but many ways to make money. Jump aboard. Excited for this weekend action.
That's right, guys. Got Zawacky over at Pick Dog's Premium, showing great results in the NFL. Also showing good profit in college football. It's been hot on the gridiron. Right now, Ron has a gridiron crusher right now over at Pick Dog's Premium. $20 for the individual play. Credit guarantee must win, or the amount is credited back into your account for side credits. That's what credit guarantee means. The Steak Friday 3-pack up there right now. 2 best bets here in college football action. And is a big play here from Major League Baseball all together here in a 3-pack. Again, that must turn a profit, or the amount is credited back into your account. These 1-day passes are all credit guaranteed. Not the long term, because they're already sold at a discount. So we talked about that 3-day pass. A good time to get it right now from Rod. All his premium plays for 3 days, including all his NFL. He said he will have the NFL for Sunday, and the Monday game will be loaded in Sunday night, so you have it before this for the 3-day expires. So you'll have that in there. All his college football for Friday as well as Saturday. Big cards from Major League Baseball here, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 15 game cards at least. If there's double headers, sometimes we get 16, sometimes we have 17. We've even had an 18 game card before. So you just never know, because they're loading all these games here. It's backloaded here in September here to give teams, with these expanded rosters, they want to make up a lot of these games in September, which is understandable. So guys, get on board with what Rod Zawacky's 3-day pass. Also, if you're just looking for NFL, he's got an executive NFL season pass up there right now. So you can get on board there with Rod Zawacky with that NFL season pass. But you make the choice. There's also his 3+1 NFL, NHL, college football, NBA season pass. There's a lot going on over at Pick Dogs, but you just want to try them out with that 3-day pass, and with those profits, go through with that 4-season pass. The 4 seasons, miss without Frankie Valli, but you get the 4 seasons with there on the 4 seasons. That's right.
You get NFL, college football, hockey, basketball. What more can you ask for?
And what were you ask for? There you go, the 4 seasons. So there you go, guys. Get on board. Use WIN15 at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. Right, Rod. As always, great having you show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk next week, but we can also catch you this weekend on the morning shows. Right, you're part of the morning crew, and we've got a big weekend crew coming in. I see those video squares filled up sometimes, not up to 9-10 cappers on the weekends. Yeah,
definitely. The green pack where it's shot. If you want some M&Ms, you better get in there early, or you won't get any. Because we know Ruffalo loves them blue M&Ms, and he gets in there first because he's early.
I know. He wants to get in there, and supposed to add some donuts in there in the morning, the coffee, you're ready to roll.
Good times in the morning, so we love it. Even the weekends, it's even more jam-packed, and definitely tons of fun. Got to tune in tomorrow morning for the morning show. We'll have lots of free plays for you. College football action, loaded Saturday card. Excited. Definitely tune in. Thanks for having me. Sweet week. We went 3-0 on our first 3 plays this week on the drive-through, so let's make it 4-0 this week.
Let's go. Make it 4-0. Let's do for it. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-through. All right, guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a recap right after my pick, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's get my game card up there. We're going to go to Major League Baseball here for tonight, and we will do the recap for you right after my pick. I'll make it quick for you guys. Yankees and Red Sox. Yankees big favorites here, minus 240, total 7.5. I'll be on the underdog here. We're going to take Boston. They got close last night, right? They got close to it. They couldn't close the job, but we'll take them here at the plus 200 here. It's moved up to plus 200 here against the Yankees. I know a lot of people love the Yankees, but on the Red Sox, you got Rich Hill on the mound here. Pretty good whip, 1.34, 19% strikeout rate, gets the ground balls. He does have a FIP of 3.91, indicates a possible drop in ERA. We know Garrett Cole is going to start here for the Yankees. He's put up some pretty good numbers. Doesn't always get at the run support, but when you see the Yankees over their past 10, they're hitting only 217 against left-handers. And one thing here about Cole is really interesting. We talked about this with Mitch. Cole doesn't always get the run support, not always sharp, but when you look at over the past 2 seasons, when Cole has been a 150 or higher home favorite of minus 150 or higher, the team record is just 13-15. So it's been unprofitable. It's not been profitable at all in this role at home. And in Cole's 4 starts against Boston this season, he's allowed 14 earned runs in 23 innings. Give me the Red Sox here at plus the 200. All right, that's not hard to figure that one out. All right, so Red Sox here plus 200, and this one's tonight here, top of the hour. All right, guys, over at Pick Dogs, I do have a 3-pack right now. My best bet here from Major League Baseball as well as college football, and another premium play here from baseball is with my 3-pack right now over at Pick Dogs. My $15 premium is also sold standalone, or it is also part of my 3-pack tonight. So check it out over at Pick Dogs Premium, as I've got 3 plays. Usually a little more, but again, we're getting toward the end of the season. Again, there was like 6 games without lines because we didn't know what the pitching was going to be. So we got to make sure when we get them in that we're confident with the plays. So we have 3 up there on the board tonight. My $15 premium is part of the 3-pack as well, so you can buy it standalone, or you can buy it in my bundle 3-pack. You'll also get a college football premium as another baseball premium in there as well. So get on board. I'm the number 2 unit producer over at Pick Dogs in Major League Baseball this season. So get signed up. Don't forget the promo code WIN15 at checkout, and that will save you 15% off. Also, my long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. You get all my premium plays for that period of time. Of course, that 30-day pass will get you some playoff baseball for at least the first 3 rounds leading up to the World Series. Add a second capper with that, 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time now for the recap. Jovan will help us out with the recap, and let's get right rolling here. We start with Ninos with the Rays minus 145 against the Blue Jays. This one is already in action here with Jays play. Cubs plus 105 against the Pirates, and Pirates up 1-0, bottom 1. So if you take the Cubs, you'll get even better value now since they're behind. So we got Brad here on Nevada Air Force over 46.5. We got Jovan here, Virginia plus 10 against Syracuse. Brian was on the Orioles, the run line, so you're going to take the plus 1.5 runs, lay them minus 140 here against the Astros. Rod was on the Rangers minus 125 against the Guardians. Yours truly here, Red Sox plus 200 against the Yankees. All right, Jovan, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I like that Red Sox plus 200. Good way to double up some money.
I had a feeling. For some reason, I had a feeling. All right. The one I like the most here, I'm going to go with that Nevada Air Force over with Brad's play there over 46.5. I think now that the Air Force is back at home on that field, fast field turf, we'll see some their speed in this game, and their quarterback has Zach Daniels in the open fields. Kind of tough here. Nevada is just a rebuilding team. I think they can get close to it themselves. So I'll agree there with Brad. Just exactly what we said there in that game. All right, that'll do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure you're tuning in Monday live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers in from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, and they'll give out the plays for you free, and as well as have a pick for me as well. So be sure to tune in. And then, of course, this weekend, lots going on over at Pick Dogs. You want to tune in. We got the morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Lots of football there Saturday. Lots of football on Sunday with picks from Mitch, from Chris, from Rod, and a lot of the cappers from the Drive-Thru, including Jovan in there. So make sure you tune in for that. Also, Jovan's Parlay of the Day is up there. You guys check it out. We also have Romanelli's rundown from baseball as well as the NFL. On archive right now, in the archives, is the NFL and college football shows up there. Also, tune in for those. Of course, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Lots of content on Pick Dogs. Like, subscribe, set notifications. A lot's going on. And of course, set those notifications so when the Sunday games go to halftime, of course, Jay and Mitch do a halftime show on the early games on Sunday and the late night game on Sunday. They'll get you the halftime picks. You guys want to make sure you set those notifications right about when the first game is about a minute left. They usually go live. So just make sure when you go to the Pick Dogs channel, hit the play button on the thumbnail. So when they go live, you won't have to take any action. The show will play. So that's what you want to do. Hit the thumbnail, play. And then you'll see a little countdown clock. Now YouTube's a little countdown clock. If Mitch programs the time, then there'll be a countdown clock, and you'll be able to the video will play when they go live. All right, that'll do it for the show, guys. We're gonna go ahead and bring in our crew here from that. Gonna wait goodbye, you guys. You guys have a great weekend. We'll talk.